Hello, everyone. This is Paul. Just doing the week 3 recap and everything today on my own. There's no guests that were able to make it. It was kind of last minute, and I will be gone later this week. As we'll see in the preview, I won't be playing this week, so I have to do the podcast today by myself. Someone might join later on, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thanks for joining everything, and let's go ahead and get started. So as we can see, people still aren't entering their scores. It's kind of hard to stay up to date. Thank you to Ashley on the red team for updating the red team at least. So let me go into it. Let's go ahead and look at the green team's past games. So I'm just going to be referencing this. Week 3, green played red. So yeah, let's discuss it. It started off bad. I mean, there's not really much we can say. We dropped a lot of passes in the end zone. We missed some Ds where we jumped prematurely, and the offense caught it. It was really a lot of bad throws, catches. It just seemed like we weren't in the right mental space coming in, and we found ourselves at a 7-1 deficit really early. It wasn't good. The red team, to their credit, was, converting on all of their opportunities. They weren't making mistakes when we were, making bad throws, having discs bounce off our hands in the end zone, etc. It was 7-1. The half, when we went into half, I believe at 7-3. And we found our groove, and we came back to lose 12-5, as you can see. It was pretty close-ish. We got it. I think we were at 12-10, and then they were at 12. We might have been at 11. And then to close the game out, they got their groove back, and we got some drops again towards the end. So it turned out to be a competitive game. I'm really happy. I did predict a 12-5, but I would have never predicted it in the manner that it happened. Red played well. It was a good game for us to have as a green. I felt like I did pretty good as a cutter, and helped. And we grew in communication as a team. We fought back, and we proved that if we're firing on all cylinders, we can play with anyone. So yeah. Let's go ahead and look at purple. I believe purple played against yellow. So I believe this game was 15-9 or 15-6. It was something. It was definitely a dominant win for yellow. I believe that was due to two factors. One, yellow is really starting to play well as a team, and continued struggles on purple's side. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what it was. I know that maybe Benji wasn't able to carry the team as hard as he had in the past, or maybe yellow was doing good. I mean, I know that Popa just tried to take away either Benji or their other best option, and he does a really good job of that on defense. So yeah, yellow's heating up. Purple's still having trouble. There's not much more I can really comment on on this. We'll have to talk about it in the game predictions. And then really what was an interesting game that I also didn't see because I was playing mine and ours went for quite some time was black versus blue. So let's go ahead and look at this. They didn't mark it down. I think it was relatively close, but blue won by like I think 3 or 4. I'm not exactly sure the score. The captains should really put it in a little bit more effectively and follow through on it, but it's not a big deal. It's just nice for people who want to actually follow up on the scores. But let me get off my soapbox. So yeah, blue did win this game. Black sitting at 1-2. When they were a strong favorite going into the end of the season, kind of a head scratcher. I haven't really watched their games to know what was going on. I know Blues women are very capable, and I did. Apparently, they just they just had girls on girls. Rachel was able to be matched up enough with Christina and Bree. Bree is really good. So, it must have been a fun match to watch. Now, I know that Sam Graber subbed for Morgan. And I'm not saying that was a factor. I know Morgan is very good. I heard Morgan had a chest high bid that Sam just couldn't replicate in his plays, just two different types of players, I guess. But yeah, blue really proven that they're in the hunt. They're here to play. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this win from blue. And I'm not quite sure what to think about it from black. But I'm not worried about black. They're still going to be in the playoffs, and they're still going to be a threat. Jonathan can play as hard as he wants or as soft as he wants, and he's still going to be capable of beating anyone at any time. So yeah, not much more to say. I tried to talk to Gary and Eli about it, but and Phil, I didn't have that much time to talk to him about it last week. All right, so now we're moving on to predictions for week 4. So I know that Mike Long will not be there, and myself, I will not be here for this game. I'm not sure who we're getting to sub. I tried to ask Johnny, and he could not sub for me. I know Sam Graber is subbing for blue next week. If you hear this podcast and you'd like to sub for me, feel free to reach out. But yeah, facing black, I really don't know. I think it'll be a good game. It depends on who our subs are. I think we're capable of winning. I think that it's a game that we'll have to play well, and that black will have to have some turns that we capitalize on. Even if I was there, I wouldn't necessarily even predict us to win. But I'm biased myself. I really So yeah, I guess what I'll say is black wins 15-13 to green. Maybe we have some issues clogging, not swinging, not resetting it. I think we're more than capable of winning. It really depends on what our strategy with the females and their matchups is going to be going into this game. I think we're capable of winning, but it's going to be It's going to be an interesting one for sure. I'm not sure if anyone on black is also missing, but I still try to do my best to get a fitting sub for myself. It's going to be a hard game. Kind of sad I'm missing it, but it is what it is. So yeah, I guess my prediction is black wins 15-13. Now I'd put green at a 2-2, I guess, which isn't the best. Not where I'd like to see us, but I guess I would have predicted us early to lose to red and green, or red and black initially. So I guess I'm still following through to my initial plan. It just hurts to say. But yeah, that's my prediction, 15-13 black. So now let's move to blue. Blue's week 4 matchup. Blue versus yellow. This is going to be an important match for sure. It's going to say a lot about yellow. It's going to say a lot about blue. If you're there, this would be a game to keep your eye on. I think it'll be really fun. Dustin versus Sam Graber will be one of the key matchups. Popa versus Tim Weeks, or Popa versus Eli. Either one of those. I'll give blue the edge in the women matchups. I know Bree and Christina are very strong, and also it's Christina's birthday, or thereabouts. So happy birthday, Christina! Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give blue the edge to this, but I think yellow, if they play well and they don't turn the disc over as much, is capable of hanging in there and of winning. But I'm gonna have to give blue the edge. And I'm going to say blue wins 15-11. 11.5, but I'll just round it down to 11. That's my prediction. I'd love for yellow to prove me wrong. I think that Bree and Christina are going to do really well. And I think that everyone else on their team is playing really solid. And blue is proving themselves to be a very strong team. And that leaves one more matchup, red versus purple. So let's go ahead and see what this is. I'm going to have to pick red for this game. It could get ugly, or maybe red will just start doing experimentation, and maybe they'll try to run some more exotic stuff because they feel that they have a cushion enough. Maybe they'll try to get some more teaching points to Xander. I hate to say that because, purple is out there trying their best. If red wanted to, they could probably win 15-6, really. 15-6. I'm going to put it at 15-8 as my prediction for red. I'd love for purple to prove me wrong. This is supposing that both teams have all their players come out, but there's not much to say. Red is red hot, and red is 3-0, purple is 0-3. Purple can still come back and get more cohesive in the playoffs, and still go on a run there. But right now, this week, I'm gonna have to go red 15, purple 8. And yeah, with no guests today, I'm just gonna keep it short. I guess that's all I have to say. Yeah, thanks for listening, putting up with just a solo podcast, and yeah, I'll see you guys here next week. Bye-bye.